Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon 2019 or Pokemon Journeys anime episode review. This time I'm talking about episode 45, so let's get to it. Episode 45 begins with Leon, who approaches Eternatus at the tower summit. Meanwhile, Team Rocket are still being pursued by Meowth until James says that Meowth is forgetting Giovanni's orders. Upon hearing this, Meowth stops rampaging and he climbs up to the tower summit alongside Team Rocket so that they can catch Eternatus. At the tower summit, Leon decides to Gigantamax his Charizard so that he can battle Eternatus. Leon gets ready to send out Gigantamax Charizard and Meowth attempts to use G-Max Gold Rush on Eternatus, but Eternatus ends up absorbing all the Galar particles around it, which stops Leon from Gigantamaxing Charizard and Meowth returns to normal. Eternatus then uses Dynamax Cannon, which hits Team Rocket, and so they blast off again. The episode then cuts to Ash's battle with Rose. Riolu uses Force Palm and Pikachu uses Iron Tail, but Rose's Ferrothorn is able to take both attacks with Iron Defense. Copperajah then uses Heavy Slam, which Pikachu and Riolu dodge. Riolu tries to use Force Palm again, but Ferrothorn once again tanks the hit, and Copperajah uses Heavy Slam once again. Ash realizes that Ferrothorn is acting as the defense while Copperajah is the offense, so he tells Pikachu and Riolu to break their formation using Quick Attack and Double Team respectively. The episode then cuts to GOH'S battle with Oleana. Raboot uses Ember, which Milotic easily counters with Water Pulse. Raboot then uses multiple Embers back to back, but Milotic counters all of them with Water Pulse, and Raboot takes a direct hit. Oleana taunts GOH, saying that he is weak and that he should just lose already so that she can witness the realization of Rose's dream. The episode briefly cuts to Leon's battle with Eternatus. Charizard uses Dragon Claw, which Eternatus easily dodges and it hits Charizard with its tail. The episode then cuts back to Ash's battle with Rose. Riolu and Pikachu continue to run around Copperajah and Ferrothorn. Rose tells his Pokemon to use Power Whip continuously, but Ash's Pokemon keep dodging the attacks. Ash directs Pikachu and Riolu's dodging until they both end up together, seemingly cornered. However, when Copperajah and Ferrothorn attack with Power Whip, Riolu and Pikachu both jump, so Copperajah and Ferrothorn end up hitting each other. A classic Ash strategy which shocks Rose. The episode then cuts back to GOH'S battle with Oleana. Raboot keeps trying to use Ember, but it keeps failing. GOH wants to try something different, but Raboot stubbornly refuses to use anything other than Ember because it wants to win with Ember, just like in episode 36. Just as Raboot and GOH come to an agreement, Milotic uses Water Pulse to hit the distracted Raboot. Man, how many Water Pulses can Raboot take before it's defeated? I guess typing really only matters when it isn't an important battle. The episode then cuts back to Leon's battle with Eternatus. Eternatus uses Dynamax Cannon, which Charizard dodges. However, the attack goes through the roof, and it goes down all the way to the stadium where Ash is battling Rose. The attack hits the middle of the stadium, and the shockwave launches Pikachu back. Ash catches Pikachu and he is launched back as well. They both end up against the wall with Pikachu too hurt to continue. Rose has his Pokemon use Power Whip on the defenseless Ash and Pikachu, but Riolu, who managed to escape the shockwave from Dynamax Cannon earlier, steps up to protect Ash and Pikachu. Riolu takes the Power Whips like a pro, and Riolu stands strong despite having two Pokemon trying to crush it at the same time. At this moment, I knew what was going to happen. The moment we have all been waiting for was finally here. And indeed, Riolu starts evolving, but the episode cuts to GOH just as Riolu starts his evolution. GOH tries to devise a way to win using Ember, and he ends up thinking of one. He has Raboot jump and use Ember from different angles. Milotic tries to use Aqua Tail to block them all, but it can't. Raboot keeps firing Embers until it starts to evolve as well. The episode then cuts back to Riolu, who evolves into Lucario at long last. Lucario easily pushes Copperajah and Ferrothorn away. Ash tells Lucario to use Vacuum Wave, but Lucario turns to Ash and it sends out a wave of aura to Ash. Ash then says, "Oh, I get it," and Ash calls for Aura Sphere. So I guess Lucario told Ash that Vacuum Wave is a thing of the past. There is a new move in town. Lucario uses Aura Sphere on both Copperajah and Ferrothorn, which defeats both of them in one hit. Lucario and Ash then bump fists and they decide to meet up with Leon. Man, it's nice to finally see Ash with Lucario, though I expected Lucario to use some special power or form, since I have always believed that Riolu would get a special power or transformation after evolving. But I guess it didn't, or maybe it will happen later since a lot happens in this episode. So perhaps there was no time to dedicate to Lucario. Or Ash could get Mega Lucario later if he runs into Karina again, which is my other prediction. Well, I guess we will find out eventually if Lucario gets something special, but for now, Ash has Lucario and that's already something amazing. The episode then cuts back to Raboot, who evolves into Cinderace, meaning that in the end, both evolutions were simultaneous, which is just what I expected since the battles were simultaneous. Go uses his Pokédex on Cinderace, which tells him about Pyro Ball, so he calls for Pyro Ball and Cinderace uses the move, and Cinderace uses the move, which surprisingly defeats Milotic, a Water-type Pokemon, in a single hit. Cinderace then gives Go a high five with its foot, something that Cinderace has not done since it was a Score Bunny. Cinderace also embraces Go, which shows that it is more affectionate now after evolving. I guess that the lady from episode 22 was right. Raboot was so cold and detached after evolving because it was in its rebellious phase. Now that it evolved into Cinderace, it's back to being nice and affectionate. Also, can I just say that Cinderace's Japanese name is very cool? Aceburn. Man, what a badass name. Cinderace is a cool name too, but Aceburn is just amazing. I might have to nickname a Cinderace Aceburn in Sword and Shield. The episode then cuts to Raihan, who makes quick work of the Macrocosmos henchman. He then says that he would love to ask Sonia out on a date, but unfortunately, the rampaging Pokemon won't leave him alone, so he must go stop them. He leaves by saying, "See you later, babe." Man, how can one person be so smooth and badass? Raihan desperately needs a spin-off anime just about him. Also, see Brock? This is how you get the ladies. Brock should definitely learn from Raihan. Ash arrives at the Tower Summit where Leon is still battling Eternatus. Charizard uses Air Slash, which hits Eternatus in the face. Ash approaches Leon, who sees Lucario, and he immediately knows that Ash defeated Rose. Go joins them alongside Cinderace. Ash is shocked to see Cinderace, and Go is likewise shocked to see Lucario. Leon says that Eternatus is indeed a legendary calamity, that Eternatus has given him a lot of trouble, but he finally cornered it. He calls for Air Slash and Charizard hits Eternatus, who begins to fall. Leon throws an Ultra Ball at it, hoping to catch it, but Eternatus breaks through the Ultra Ball, which sends out a massive shockwave. Everyone is launched back, with Leon and Charizard taking the brunt of the blast. As such, Leon withdraws Charizard. Eternatus then transforms into Eternamax Eternatus, and Leon tells Ash and Go to run before fainting. Ash and Go decide to face Eternatus. Lucario uses Aura Sphere, Pikachu uses Thunderbolt, and Cinderace uses Pyro Ball. But Eternatus is unaffected. They all attack with the same moves once again, but it still does not work. Eternatus then uses Eterna Beam to hit everyone. Ash and Go think that it's hopeless until the rusted sword and shield begin to glow. Ash picks up the rusted sword while Go picks up the rusted shield. Eternatus fires off another Eterna Beam, which Ash and Go dodge. They then decide to face Eternatus using the rusted sword and shield, deciding that they will be the heroes. Eternatus uses Eterna Beam yet again, but this time, Zacian and Zamazenta arrive and they block the attack. Zacian then takes the rusted sword, and Zamazenta takes the rusted shield, which looks pretty funny, and they both transform into their crowned forms. Zacian uses Behemoth Blade to hit Eternatus, and Zamazenta uses Behemoth Bash to hit Eternatus as well. Lucario, Pikachu, and Cinderace all attack together, followed by Zacian and Zamazenta, who use their signature moves once again, this time together, and Eternatus is defeated once and for all. Golden takes out a Pokeball, and at this moment I was like, oh no, don't tell me Go is going to catch Eternatus. However, the Pokeball grows in size, and Go can't hold on to it on his own, so Ash helps him and they both throw the Pokeball together, which catches Eternatus. So in the end, Eternatus is caught like in the games, however Ash and Go catch Eternatus together, instead of just having one of them catch it. Though technically Go is the one that catches Eternatus because the Pokeball belongs to him. And also Go has Eternatus registered in his Pokedex. So technically, Go is now the first main character in the anime to catch a legendary Pokemon, which does not sit well with me at all. But since defeating Eternatus was a team effort, And throwing the Pokeball was also a team effort. I don't really see this as Go catching Eternatus, especially because he does not actually get to keep Eternatus in the end. Zacian and Zamazenta then leave and the darkest day is officially over. The rusted sword and shield return to Ash and Go. Leon and Sonia congratulate and thank Ash and Go for saving the Galar region. The episode then cuts to Professor Magnolia's lab where Professor Magnolia is speaking to Sonia. Here it's revealed that Rose went missing after Eternatus was defeated. It is revealed that Eternatus was sealed deep within the earth, which is why Go does not get to keep it. And it's also revealed that Sonia is now a professor complete with her lab coat. The episode then ends in the slumbering weald where Ash and Go return the rusted sword and shield to the altar. Ash tells Zacian that they should battle someday and Go tells Zamazenta that he will catch it someday. Ash and Go then leave the slumbering weald. Zacian and Zamazenta appear briefly behind them looking like illusions. It's almost as if Zacian and Zamazenta are saying goodbye, and almost as if they are acknowledging the promise to meet Ash and Go again in the future. Now, I do wonder if Ash and Go will encounter Zacian and Zamazenta again, since they do say that they will, though the Pokemon anime is well known for characters making promises that never happen. Now, I did think that Ash and Go could catch Zacian and Zamazenta respectively, like the player character and Hop do in the games, but I forgot that in the games, the player character and Hop actually catch the legendary Pokemon in the post-game of Sword and Shield after the whole Swordbird and Shieldbird ordeal. So I wonder if this could also be adapted in the anime, meaning that Ash and Go will get to meet Zacian and Zamazenta again in the future, and they could possibly catch them then. It could happen, and hopefully it does, but that's the episode. Overall, this was an amazing episode. It was great to see Riolu's evolution into Lucario, and Raboot's evolution into Cinderace. And it was great to see them in action, and it was also amazing to see Zacian and Zamazenta in action, complete with their amazing signature moves that were animated brilliantly. I don't like the fact that Go is the one that technically caught Eternatus, but since he did not get to keep Eternatus in the end, I guess I can accept it. The Darkest Day arc itself was overall pretty good, even if it was a bit rushed, but that's the video. As always, leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this right away. Thank you very much for watching and let's meet again in the next video.